Hey, good morning, everybody. This is April at the Resellers Learning Curve, and I am coming to you today to discuss the listing challenge. So last Friday, I made a video issuing a listing challenge to not only channel viewers, but also to members of the Resellers Learning Curve Facebook group. And I am so excited. I have not reached my goal yet, but I'm so pleased to report that as of this morning, I have listed 45 items. 45 items in a week since last Friday. That is absolutely spectacular. That's incredible for me. 45 items in a week is significant. I will say that the bulk of those I listed over the weekend. So Friday night, Saturday night seems to be a really heavy work night for me. I'm not sure exactly when it happened, but at some point in the past several months, I started essentially working through the night on Saturday nights. So I will often stay up until 3, 4, sometimes 5 a.m. on Sunday morning working, and I have no clue why that tends to be my most productive time. But Saturday nights is when I get a ton of work stuff done, whether it's listing, whether it's working with my personal shopping clients, pairing up outfits, pulling items that I think are a good fit for them, organizing things, purging things, whatever the case may be. I do a lot of work on Saturday night. So between last Friday and today, I have listed 45 items. I would say that of those 45 items, 30 of them fit into the vintage pajamas category, which was my focus. So the last 5 items that I need to list, I know for a fact, I have photos of 2 or 3 items that I can get listed today that fall into that category. And then I also have photos of many other items that I take the pictures and I'll start working on the listings. And quite frankly, I just get caught up on the research. And something happens that will get me kind of stuck in the process. I'm stuck in the mud, and sometimes I have pictures for items that never ever get listed. So I believe that to finish my final 5 items today, I'm going to be listing pictures of items that I already have in my phone. I'm sorry guys, I'm looking at the cutest bunny rabbit. The cutest bunny rabbit. I think there's 2 of them. They're over in the bushes and they're absolutely tiny and adorable. Sorry, I was distracted. So yes, I'm gonna finish my listing challenge hopefully today. I will, I think, have a chance this morning to update the spreadsheet, which as far as I know, as far as I'm hearing, is now functional. So if you have not updated your totals in the Resellers Learning Curve, on the Google Doc, I encourage you to do that. I know at least a couple of other people are participating with me as far as tracking your listings and updating those, and just basically allowing yourself to be held accountable. That is the purpose of the spreadsheet, is allowing yourself to be held accountable. I'm going to be 100% honest with you here. If it were not for these listing challenges, if I did not put out a video where I absolutely said publicly that I was going to do something, there's no way I would actually get it done, because my follow-through sometimes can be real trash. I have the best ideas. I have the brightest, most ambitious, most amazing ideas, but my actual follow-through, not always awesome. So I want to thank you guys for holding me accountable, and that goes for the people who chime in on the Facebook page, as well as the people who are very active and participate in the Facebook group. I appreciate each and every one of you. I know that oftentimes people may reach out to me, whether it's via YouTube, whether it's via private message on Facebook, whether it's via direct message on Instagram, and I'm not always terribly responsive, but I want you to know that it's honestly because my time management is not always great, and I'm typically really way too busy. Like, I will get up from my desk during the day and go to do something, and start walking that way, get distracted by 4 things, and literally forget what I was getting up to do. And that's like a typical thing for me. Like, this happens sometimes several times a day. So I want you to know that if I don't respond, it's not because I'm just ignoring you and I don't want to respond. It's because I'm really, really bad at following up and being responsive. And that comes from being a single mother of 2 children, running an eBay business, and managing 400 college kids, in addition to a small, but I think relatively significant student staff. Like, I have so many balls in the air, and most of them are things that I love doing. I love my job. I love my job. There is nothing else in the world I believe I'm more qualified to do than what I do as a full-time job. I am very, very, very good at my work with college students. And I say that today with so much confidence because I think back to when I started my job 2 years ago. I was so timid, I was so unsure of myself, and over the past 2 years, I've watched myself develop into this very, very strong presence that commands respect without even having to open my mouth. And that lets me know that I'm very effective at what I do. I love my eBay business. Like I've always said, there isn't one point in my life where I anticipate that I will not sell on eBay or I will not buy items to resell to some degree, because I just love the treasure hunting portion of it. I enjoy it. It's my #1 favorite hobby. It's my #1 favorite thing to do. I love my personal shopping clients. I have some of the most amazing women. I don't have any men right now, which is odd, because I usually, if you guys have followed my channel, you know that I love selling men's clothes. Even today, I would still say I know men's clothing much, much better than I know women's clothing. I just do. I have a familiarity and a comfort level with men's clothing that I never really got with women's clothing. And even though at this point of my reselling career, I probably work more with women's clothing, I'm still much, much more comfortable with men's clothing. And the only reason I don't sell more men's clothing these days is because I'm just not finding the quality of inventory that I need. Even if I find like great brands, they're just not in the condition that I need. They're not in styles that I feel are going to be in demand. So yeah, I don't have any men personal shopping clients, but I'm always very, very open to that because I love selling men's clothing. But the ladies that I work with are absolutely amazing. I have women that I work with all over the country. I have a client in Florida. I have a client in Georgia. I have a couple of clients in Cleveland. I have people all over the place that I do some shopping for, and I love that. I love finding that perfect thing that I know is going to be just right for the perfect person and matching that up. And my personal shopping services are, quite frankly, for a personal shopper, they're super cheap. They're dirt cheap. Like I barely even pay myself. I do it because I love it. And sometimes I'm able to find things at a great deal. And to me, it's not as important what kind of profit I make as much as making sure that someone I like, love, adore, care about ends up with this super awesome item at a really great deal. So I'm involved in a lot of things. I love all of them. But that means I don't have a lot of downtime. And even the little bit of downtime that I do get, I feel like my thoughts are constantly consumed with projects and to-do lists and things because, yeah, I have a lot going on. But that should not prevent you from sending me a message. Even if I don't get a chance to respond, there's not many things that I don't see, whether that's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. There's not many things that I don't see. So if you send me something, I probably will read it. If I have a moment to respond, I will respond. I don't intentionally ignore people, but I did want you guys to know that if I seem unresponsive, it's just because I'm overwhelmed. I'm usually overwhelmed, and that's okay because I love everything that I do in my life. So, listing challenge. I have 45 items, hoping to have 50 by the end of the day. I really, really want to hear where you guys are at. And I really would love to hear about how business is going in general. So if you could drop that in the comments, I'll look forward to reading those, and I will talk to everybody soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.